The hospital lights hummed like a secret being kept too long. I sat beside my niece, her small body curled on the gurney, sweat tracing her temple. She was 15, pale, trembling. The doctor looked at the scan, then at me. His voice lowered to something almost reverent. "There's something inside her." For a moment I didn't breathe. The words hung between us, heavy and obscene. He turned the monitor toward me. I saw the shadow first, dense, moving faintly. Then the outline. Not a tumor, not an infection. A form. I swallowed hard, my throat dry with a kind of terror I couldn't name. "Who brought her in?" he asked. "I did." He nodded, almost with pity. Then, "You need to hear this before anyone else." The room tilted, the sound of machines dimmed. I thought of my sister-in-law, her sharp tone, her dismissive wave. "She's faking it." I thought of my brother, always too busy, always too trusting. And then, quietly, I thought of what it meant for a 15-year-old girl to have something inside her. At home, my sister-in-law laughed when I told her the doctor wanted a follow-up. "She's dramatic, just like her mother was," she said, sipping her coffee. "Don't feed it." I didn't respond. My niece sat on the couch, silent, eyes distant. Her hands trembled when she reached for the glass of water I gave her. I noticed the bruises then, faint, ring-shaped, hidden beneath her sleeve. That night, I couldn't sleep. The doctor's words replayed, over and over, until they weren't words anymore, but an echo in my skull. "There's something inside her." I started to notice things I'd ignored before. How my brother's wife flinched when he entered a room, how she touched her daughter's shoulder too quickly, too rehearsed, and how the girl's eyes always darted to the floor when he spoke. By morning, I knew the truth wasn't about sickness, it was about shame, and someone in that house had buried it deep. I moved quietly. I told my brother I was helping with her school project, that she needed space to open up. He agreed too easily. Every word she said was careful, measured, like she was walking across thin ice. But her silence told me more. I booked another appointment. This time I asked for the results myself. The doctor's tone had changed. He spoke slowly, like choosing every syllable might save us both from drowning. "She's pregnant," he said. 7 weeks. My hands went cold. I felt the blood drain from my face. When I asked who she'd been with, the doctor shook his head. She wouldn't say, just cried. That night, I sat in my car outside their house, headlights off. Through the window, I saw him, my brother, pouring himself a drink. She was upstairs, lights off, door closed. I watched him pace. And I knew. The mind has a way of connecting the things it doesn't want to. The bruises, the silence, the empty stare, and the shadow inside her. I didn't sleep for 2 days. I didn't confront. I waited. Then I called him. "Come to the hospital," I said. "They need to speak to both of us." He arrived calm, almost relieved. When the doctor entered with the file, I said nothing. He handed it to me. I opened to the page with the DNA result. My brother's name. Father, confirmed. The silence was surgical, cold, precise. He looked at me, searching for a reaction. I gave him none. His lips parted. No words came out. I turned to him slowly. "She's 15, I said, "and you put something inside her." He stepped back, as if the words struck him physically. His face twisted. Shame, rage, fear, all colliding in silence. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't move. I just watched the man I grew up with disintegrate. That night, I called child services, then the police. When they came, he was still sitting at the kitchen table, staring at his hands. He didn't look up when they took him, didn't resist, didn't speak. My sister-in-law screamed. She demanded to know what I'd done. I said nothing. As they let him out, I met his eyes one last time. There was no anger left, only recognition. He knew I had known for weeks. He knew I'd chosen silence long enough for the truth to destroy him on its own. That was my revenge, letting him rot in the knowledge that I didn't save him even when I could have. My niece sleeps in the guest room now. She doesn't talk much, but she breathes easier. The house is quiet, too quiet. I sit by her door at night, listening to her breathe. It's the only sound that reminds me there's still something worth protecting. People ask if I feel guilty for turning in my own brother. I don't. I feel nothing at all. Truth isn't healing, it's exposure. You peel back the flesh, and what's inside isn't redemption, just rot that finally sees the light. And now, when I think of him, I remember the scan, that dark shadow on the screen, moving, growing, silent. There really was something inside her. And now, it's gone.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.